Alright guys, what I've got here is an old 4-gallon air tank. You charge it up from a large air compressor and turn off the pressure valve up top. You can carry air in case you get a flat tire. You can throw some back in your truck and you have a little extra air to air up your tire. I'm gonna get started inspecting it, and then if it looks good, we'll move on with the next step. As you can see, I put on the first coat of bed liner on this air tank. It's almost dry, so I'm going to start applying the second coat. Okay guys, you can see the texture it gets when it dries. It's got a pretty even texture all the way across, and all I'm using is this Rust-Oleum brand truck bed coating. Costs like $6 or $7 a can. We'll do a little work on the instruments here. You can see the pressure gauge is, non-visible. It's so damn dusty. So I'm gonna go through, clean all these fittings up, reseal them, and put it back together, and we'll see how it works. Alright guys, well there you have it. Homemade air tank to carry extra air for the tires or whatever. Just a little quick cheap mod to give new life to an old air tank. So I like the way it turned out. Alright guys, you seen last night I got the air tank cleaned up, bed lined so it don't rust no more. I put new Teflon tape and all at the connections on the valve stem thing that fills it and where the air hose goes in, and I put a brand new pressure gauge on it. Now I'm going to take some of that leftover pipe from my ladder and I'm going to build a box out of it, like a framework out of it that the air tank can sit down inside of, and then I'll weld a plate on top of it for a small air compressor to hook to. That way I can kind of have a small air compressor set up that I can put in the back of my truck and have air if I need it. So right now it's just an idea, but hell, I'm gonna run with it and see what I can come up with. So I'll be back when I get some work done. Okay guys, I've cut out a few different lengths of pipe here. I'm just kind of winging it. They're 10 inches and 12-inch lengths. And right here I've got one of the 10 inches and a 6-inch length. And what it's going to do is it's going to go around this right here and frame it off. So I'm going to tack this in place and then flip it around, tack the other side, and see if it fits. Okay guys, got a couple of quick welds thrown on here. I haven't even chipped these ones over here off yet, but that's what I've got so far for the base that I'm working on. Take it, try to lay it down here and see if it's gonna fit. Alright, it fits. So now move on to the next part. Okay guys, got a couple of quick welds thrown on here. Haven't even chipped these ones over here off yet, but that's what I've got so far for the base that I'm working on. Take it, try to lay it down here and see if it's gonna fit. Alright, it fits. So now move on to the next part. Okay guys, as you can see, I've got the uprights welded onto it. About to chip them off. wire brush and go back and finish welding. Basically what this does is sits like this. The air tank fits down inside of it, and the outsides of the tank rest on these two tubes right here. So this leaves it sitting off the ground. Okay guys, I'm having to talk over the neighbor's mowers right now. But next thing I did was I welded on these two front legs right here, and then welded a crossbar in between. That gives it a pretty stable foundation now. Then I come up here on the top and I just took a couple of nuts, put them down inside the head and welded them, and then ground them out flat. Now I gotta go through and clean them up around the diameter. Alright guys, now what I've done is I've made a plate for the mini compressor to sit on. It's made out of about 1/8 inch thick plate steel. It's a piece of scrap I had laying around. So I cut the front to this roughly the same angle as the tank. Drilled holes in the back here that line up with the two back up and down cross member things. They had the bolts bolted in them. So now you just tighten it down with that, and you can take the bolts out, pull this plate and eventually the compressor motor off, and you can take the tank itself out. I got the compressor plate or compressor mounting plate bolted down, and welded that little short side section onto it. Had a little bit of cleanup on it, but so far that's how it looks. I really like it. I think it's turning out pretty damn good. Alright guys, you can see I've got the frame painted, and I got the top plate painted too, letting them dry for a few. And I found these little rubber pipe ends that just about fit over top. So after it's all dried and ready to put together, I'm gonna take and put these on the front, and those will quieten down the tank rattle in it. So that's that. I'll come back when I get it all put together and show y'all how it turned out. Guys, well, there's my miniature air compressor tank. I don't have a compressor to go on it right now, but everything else is done. So at this point, the only thing I've got left to do is to buy me a compressor for it, mount it up here to the flat plate, and then run the pipe for it down along the side of the tank over here and on this fill up valve. I think it turned out pretty good to be made out of a lot of scrap in an old propane tank that was converted into an air tank. Anyways, that's my build. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.